If I left, then it made no sense. And you tell your friends and they hold your hands. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind.
Hey, we're back with Mongoose Mondays, and today I'm going to be talking to you about cylinder honing. Now, this is a crucial finishing stage of the life cycle of every cylinder that comes through our machine shop, whether it's a sleeve job, a rebore, or a replate. They all have to go through the honing process before it goes out the door. Now, this is crucial to not only making sure the cylinder is round, but making sure the clearance is set to your type of piston. Clearances are tiny, sometimes 1/1000th of an inch, up to about 5.5 thou on some snowmobiles. So it's a crucial stage to make sure that cylinder is the right measurement for your piston. Now, a lot of people, when they want to freshen up a top end on a motor that was working fine, will change out a piston or change piston rings and just put them in and go. This is a common mistake in regards to durability and performance, because cylinders don't wear perfectly round. As a crankshaft spins, the rod is being pushed and pulled on a slight angle, which causes the piston to wear on those angles. So it creates kind of an oval shape over time in the cylinder. Worse on two strokes because they have ports cut in them. Those gaps in cylinder material create uneven pressure and again wear out of round. Now, the rings will wear out of round as well as the cylinder is running. So you may not notice that there's any difference, but when you put in a new piston and or rings, those aren't worn to the same shape as your cylinder. You're going to get slight amount of blow-by, which wrecks your performance, and you may end up with too much clearance, which affects the durability. So we're going to go down and take a look at our hone, then come back and show you guys a little bit of what we're seeing. So in the shop, we use an automotive hone made by Rottler. It allows us to, through a computer, to change the pressure that the stones have getting pushed outwards, how fast it's going up and down, how fast it's spinning, and all of that helps us create the crosshatch and the finish that we want. So the crosshatch that we're looking for in our shop is 45 degrees. Some other shops change that degree slightly. Anywhere from about 30 to 45 is what you want to see. We do 45. And what that's doing is creating little score marks in your cylinder in an X fashion at 45 degrees. Now, there's slight scores in the cylinder that allow oil to sit on it and retain inside the cylinder bore. This lubricates the piston and rings going up and down in the cylinder. If your crosshatch gets too steep, the oil just runs down and you risk seizing the cylinder. If it gets too shallow, it just pools too much oil, more than what you need. So another big step for nikasil cylinders, so most modern cylinders, is that they can't be honed with standard honed stones. We use diamond stones because the surface hardness of nikasil is so high, you need something like a diamond to cut through it. So if you take your nikasil cylinder to a machine shop that doesn't have this, all they're doing is spinning stones that aren't hard enough around and around and around, which just glazes the cylinder over and actually takes away the crosshatch. So you're actually getting less lubrication by doing that. It also won't take out much, if any, material, so you're not actually getting a size change to match up with whatever piston you have. So if you have nikasil, make sure the machine shop you're using has the correct stones. Now, other people use ball hones, which they can use at home. Though these do have a place, mostly in the automotive world, they don't work as well in power sports. Again, they don't take out much material. You're controlling it by hand, so it's very hard to get the consistent speed and pressure to what you want to create a crosshatch. And in two-stroke cylinders, you run the risk of having one of the little balls get caught in a port and then gouging your cylinder, and now you're back at us getting weld and replate and spending a lot more money than just a standard hone if somebody used the right tools. Now, clearances are tiny, like we talked about before, about 1/1000th of an inch. So you really need a machine and a shop that has the ability to create that accuracy. You don't, even 1/1000th of an inch out, which isn't a lot, is doubling your clearance in some instances. So when you're getting your cylinder worked on, make sure the machine shop you choose has the right tooling, has the right ability to give you the end result that you need.